Blitz on 2 is sponsored by Charleston County Parks, Charleston Heating and Air, Morgan & Morgan, and Steen Enterprises.
Hey everybody, I'm Mark Morgan. It's that time again, another terrific slate of high school football games right here on the Blitz on 2. And Dan, it's week 1 of the playoffs.
Yes, it is. Welcome in, Dan Fanning with you. We begin week 1 of those playoffs like we did with week 1 of the regular season. Ashley Ridge making the 18-mile trek over to tangle with Cane Bay. The Cobras knocked off the Foxes out of the playoffs last season. To Cane Bay we go, and the Cobras have won 6 straight in the series. Cane Bay first play from scrimmage, a handoff to Deontay Wheeler, who shows off the wheels, rumbles 30 yards down to about the 50-yard line. Then that drive ends with a Bryson Johnson 1-yard plunge into pay dirt. And just like that, the Cobras lead 6-0. AR responds with their first play from scrimmage. Watch this, the X-Man, Xavier Proctor Floyd, play action to Jordan Almontes. Jumpman, jumpman, jumpman. Jordan's up to something. Stays on his feet. TD Foxes, they take a 7-6 lead. But the Cobras would respond. Mark Stewart, option pitch to Arvante Miles, and like Booby Miles in Friday Night Lights, this one can scoot as well. He rumbles in, 15-yard touchdown Cane Bay. They go back up 13-6 after a Lawson Thorne field goal made it 16-6. The right stuff. TJ Wright rumbles in from the 5. That makes it 23-7. And to the board we go. Cane Bay wins 30-13. The Cobras will travel to my grandpa's alma mater, Sumter, for round 2.
All right, love the backstory. Keep rolling here on the Blitz on 2. Stratford and Fort D. Third quarter, 17-14 Patriots at Zoltan Osborne to DeAndre Ham. Touchdown. PAT was good. 24-14 Patriots over the night. Stratford trying to get something going. Lance to pass with a nice run here. He goes 9 yards around the right side. Tough sledding, though. Late fourth quarter. Pass into the corner of the end zone. Jakari Robinson. Done. Yes. Nice grab right there. Sweet in the corner. PAT was good, 24-21. Knights pull within 3, but we go to the board. Fort D prevails in this one, pulls away a bit at the end, 37-21. Patriots advance. Fort D will host another local school, and we'll see that in just a minute or two. One of the best stories of the season here in the Lowcountry, without question, Goose Creek. The Gators lost their first 5 games, remember, then proceeded to go 4-0 in region play after that. Yeah,
that is right. West Ashley, kind of the reverse. They started out hot and then faded towards the end. The Wildcats, though, still playing to honor their AD, Jeff Phipps. And to Goose Creek we go, because Christian is producing in that. Mark, that is your favorite shot of the program.
Just don't get run over.
Gators' first drive, Jehovah Williams moves the chains with a bruising run up the middle. Then that sets up friend of the program, Drew Moore.
No relation.
No relation. Deep slant to Murray and Scott. And great Scott outraces the West Ashley defense. Then hits the Jalen Waddle. Maya Gonzalez, who Brendan has profiled, knocks in the extra point. Goose Creek leads 7-0. Wildcats trying to answer. A big run up the West Ashley sidelines by William Washington. 5 alive, but that drive would stall. Tough sledding tonight for West Ashley as their season ends as we go to the board. Goose Creek all over West Ashley, 40-2. Gators will host Carolina Forest in round 2.
Let's go Conway Somerville, shall we? Campbell McCurry was the man. We shall. Watch this scramble around the right side from McCurry. He goes 25 yards, keeps the sticks moving with that first down. McCurry on the night rushed for 78 yards and 3 touchdowns. Oh, got ahead of myself. Same drive, McCurry, 25 yards. Look at this nice run. Are you kidding me? Little spin. Sweet. 7-0 Green Wave after the PAT. Quintrell Pettiford. Remember that name?
He goes, at least his nickname is Pickle.
Yeah, his nickname is Pickle. More on that later. We're going to have to Google. Watch Pettiford fakes everybody out down the sideline, 27 yards on the play before he's knocked out of bounds. Then Curry again,
Good
35
Lord.
Yards. Are you kidding me? He was a one-man wrecking crew. 14-0 Somerville after the PAT. McCurry, 10 completions for a $182 as well. And look at this, Somerville just running this thing up. We go to the board quickly. It's a shutout, Green Wave. This team has played consistently well all season long. They roll in round 1 and will host Lexington in round 2. 48-0 your final tonight. Let's head to the island now. The Trojans of JI, remember, finished the season 9-1, winning their first region crown since 1995.
Wow, remarkably, the Trojans were hosting their first playoff game since 2000, back when the PlayStation 2 was released.
And Roddy White played for them.
How about
right?
it? Yeah.
Both of those things. Look at
Rod.
here.
Here we go. Trojans taking on York. Liam Nixon over the middle to Whooshi Ravenel. A gain of 12. Nicely done by 6 to Agent 0. Then Trojans continue to drive. Handoff to Amontre Scott. Breaking tackles. Helmet comes off, but they move the chains. I tell you, the Trojans.
I bailed right here. See
Okay.
if I thought I was going to get hit.
Mark, I guess, watching out for himself.
This is
Still
not
first
bad.
drive. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Nixon to, here we go, Tank Scott and the PAT good, 7-0 Trojans. I tell you, they have so many weapons on offense. Still first quarter. Trojans driving yet again. Nixon to Whooshi Ravenel, and Whooshi's position coach Matt Porter and I went to John Wesley. We're in the youth group together.
There you
How
go.
about it?
Backstory.
Riding the drive out on the ground.
Backstory.
Junior Maxwell, a power run, fights his way inside the 10. Did I mention the Trojans have some weapons? How about it again?
How about another Maxwell?
Yeah, takes it in, direct snap to Tyquell. Maxwell this time runs over a couple dudes, rumbles into the end zone to, I guess, do the Trojan rumble. PAT no good, but it made it 13-0. To the board we go, and James Island victorious 32-14. Everybody still doing that Trojan rumble. JI, you know, will host Irmo in round 2. Now, this was the first playoff win for James Island since 2009.
We keep things rolling here on the Blitz on 2. Wando on the road at Lexington. Wildcats running wild in the Midlands. Watch this touchdown run by Jonah Norris. Wando, one of several local schools making the trip, kind of the Midlands tonight, and tough sledding for Wando this evening. Watch Zach Osloff. He'll hit Kerry Hayes in just a minute. There's the end of that TD run for Lexington. There's the pass. But Warriors really couldn't move the sticks much tonight. Really, really tough outing for Wando at Lexington. And we go to the score. 45-0 Wando season comes to an end on this Friday night.
Dr. Jerry Brown in Berkeley up the road in Murrells Inlet taking on St. James. First quarter, all defense. St. James. Royce O'Toole makes the stop in the backfield. St. James now Connor Schwam, 15-yard run for the first down, as our friends at WBTW helping us out in the Grand Strand. Same drive now the second quarter. Schwam to pass Josh Youngblood, but he comes up with the interception after a short discussion by the officials. Nicely done.
Oh.
They give it to the Stags as you have a touchback. There you go. Sharks, though, would get it back. Schwam with a great run, keeping his balance for the first down. He would end up capping off the drive with a 2-yard score. That made it 6-0 as he gets down inside the 10. But how about it? The Berkeley Stags go on the road, and they come back with a win, 14-12. Berkeley will head to Fort Dorchester for round 2.
Nice win by the Berkeley Stags. We're just getting started here on the Blitz on 2 Week 1 playoff edition. We're going to step away for just a moment.
That's right. More highlights and scores from across the low country. Also, we go back to the PD. Lucy Beckham playing in their first ever playoff game, the Bengals, and plenty more when we come back.
Welcome back to the Blitz on 2, everybody. I'm Mark Morgan. Week 1 playoff highlights keep on coming. We begin this segment with another low country squad making the journey out of town.
Yeah, that is right. The first ever journey out of town, or the playoffs for that matter. Like so many local schools this year, what a story for Lucy Beckham. Their first full year of varsity football.
Into Darlington County we go. Hartsville hosting LB at Kellytown Stadium. Let's start with the Red Foxes, shall we? Carmelo McDaniel, the junior, in for the score right here. Hartsville, good program, folks, year in and year out. Hartsville up by a touchdown. McDaniel on the carry for Hartsville right here. About 12 on this play for the first down, keeping the sticks moving. Later on, the home team up 27-7. They put the brakes on this drive by Lucy Beckham with a big defensive stop. Then McKendry Douglas, the quarterback on the keeper right here for the home team, will get inside the 10. And later on, it seemed like, Hartsville just a little too much. The speedster McDaniel will break loose for the game's final score. There he goes. And Lucy Beckham's season comes to an end. Tough loss on the road. Again, Hartsville year in and year out. Really good program. 33-14 is your final.
Calling on the lefty, Brendan Clark, for this next one. Philip Simmons hosting Lower Richland. Iron Horses with a tough start in this one. T.J. Benning fires to Q Green. Nice catch, first down, but his hand goes down. I guess Philip Simmons had to move the ball. Diamond Hornets lead 6-0. Lamarian Pearson takes the handoff, and he is gone. 50 yards for the score. Try for two, good. 14-0 visitors. Philip Simmons trying to move the ball. Taven Orlana is sacked. The Diamond Hornets from LR came to play tonight. It was a rough night for the Iron Horses. Lower Richland one more time. MJ Smith can't find a receiver, so he decides to do it himself. He is elusive. 20 yards in for the score. Try for two, no good this time, but still 20-0 Lower Richland, and to the board we go. Philip Simmons, great season, falls in the first round. They lose 35-21.
The Iron Horses season is over, as is Hanahan's. Hawks fall at Brooklyn Casey 36-7. Oceanside has been at or near the top all season in the 2A ranks. Landsharks only lost, remember, by 1 to a very good South Flores team.
I do remember.
Yep.
OCA enters the playoffs as the #1 team in 2A. Landsharks trying to capture their first state title on the gridiron this season. And they were playing at Charleston Southern tonight, not the Citadel, but as you see it by the scoreboard, wow, they're already up 34-0 in the second quarter. Stallions try to gain some yards on the ground, but ball carriers tackled by a host of Sharks. OCA back on O. Zach Hagedin turns on the Jets, and all you see is the tail lights from number 3. 60-yard romp into the end zone. That makes it 41-0 Landsharks. A big night on the ground also by Tucker Swisher. He was sweet as well. Another nice gain by the senior. Deuce. Landsharks no trouble with Lee Central tonight in the first round, as you see by that final 41-0. The Landsharks will host Wade Hampton in the second round.
All right, we move to Lake Marion at Woodland. There's the Wolverines taking the field. Watch this run by Sudarian Harrison. Remember this name, folks. I'm thinking colleges are flocking now, coming in late to see this dude. He eludes tacklers, gain of 25 yards. Harrison, outstanding quarterback for Woodland. That drive would stall, Lake Marion would punt, and Harrison does what? That's right, he returns punts too, Dan.
He is a stud.
Watch this. He takes it. Where is he? He's right here, and Lake Marion, they can't find him either. Look at him go. Just makes it look easy. Scoots out of bounds 20 yards before he's knocked out of bounds. That led to this touchdown by, you guessed it, Harrison.
Number 9.
He goes around the right side for 20 yards. PAT is good. 7-0 Wolverines. Woodland wins a high-scoring affair. 47-33 is your final. Wolverines will host Cheraw in round 2 next week.
Also moving to round 2, Timberland. They knock off King Street 26-6. The Wolves will travel Andrew Jackson for round 2. Now, we didn't just see local matchups in the high school league. A good one tonight in Skeeza between First Baptist and Pinewood.
You are correct, Dan. The Hurricanes and Panthers duking it out at Pinewood Prep tonight. Let's check this out. This ended up being one of the better games of the night. Second quarter, 19-14, First Baptist ahead. Panthers with it. Shane DeRay snowed under by a host of Hurricanes right there. This was really a physical, intense, tough game. That drive continues. Will Watson will break the big play. There's Will, and there goes Will. 67 yards for the touchdown. Watson showing his speed. PAT was good. 21-19. Pinewood goes back on top. First Baptist trying to move it. Jaden Morrison, the short pass to Ty Washington. Big hit by Shane DeRay, playing both ways. And let's go to the scoreboard to check out the final of this one. High-scoring affair, a nail-biter, as I said. Pinewood Prep wins at 28-26. The Panthers win as First Baptist game-winning field goal at the end of the game hits off the upright.
Porter-Gaul up 7, less than 2 minutes left when Heathwood Hall taking on, Brad Bowles, trying to get some encouragement from the sidelines. This game goes to overtime. Porter-Gaul with the stop. That forces a field goal. Heathwood Hall up by 3. Did you see it is up and good then? Porter-Gaul, they get the possession. A carry gets them down inside the 5-yard line as Reggie Anderson at WLTX helping us out this evening. Porter-Gaul gets the ball inside the 5-yard line, and then on 4th and goal, Brad Bowles decides to go for it, and the Riverboat Gambler comes up hitting all 7s. Probably could have edited this a little quicker. Anyway,
it's all right.
Porter-Gaul rumbles into the end zone, and how about it?
That's your game winner.
Celebrate good times. Come on as we go to the board. Porter-Gaul wins it overtime, 20-17.
One final timeout here on the Blitz on 2.
Yeah, that is right. Our play of the night, also some more scores when we come back.
Welcome back to the Blitz on 2. Let's put a bow on this baby. Buford beat Orangeburg-Wilkinson 52-0. Bishop England falls short at Barnwell 42-7.
Cross, no trouble with East Clarendon tonight. How about it? The Trojans 39-0. Baptist Hill wins also 8-0.
Scores keep rolling. St. John's falls short at Carver's Bay 65-6, and Johnsonville over Military Magnet 57-14.
Now look at some more Skeeza scores. Williamsburg Academy, no trouble with Thomas Sumter 43-12. Thomas Hayward 42, Dorchester Academy 13.
Also, Colleton Prep over Northside Christian 27-7, and St. John's Christian 42-6 over Patrick Henry.
Now for our play of the night, we go back to Ashley Ridge, Cane Bay. The first play from scrimmage, the X-Man, Xavier Proctor Floyd. Play action to Jordan Almontes. And number 2, rumbles in 75 yards for the opening salvo. And this was the first play of scrimmage for the Swamp Foxes. Shane Fiddler's team, they come up short, but that is your play of the night.
All right, wow. Week 1 of the playoffs now in the books. Make sure and join us throughout next week as we prep for week 2. Going to be some great matchups. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark Morgan.
And I'm Dan Fanning. Also, thank you to our producer, Christian Galvano, our director, Gerard Capers. A big win for his Green Wave. We'll see you again next Friday night. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.